What's up, guys? It's Drifts and Lifts here. So over the last week I've been doing a lot of work, not too much, but a fair amount of work on the gold car here, Goldie. So yeah, I've done everything. I cleaned the PCV box, I put a manual boost controller in it, changed all the spark plug wires, did a tranny oil change, and I did a clutch job on it, which you guys may have seen the video that I made. If not, check it out. I know it's not that great, but it kind of gives you an idea of what it's like. Yeah, so now the car is not slipping the clutch anymore, so I can do full throttle pulls and rip the car as I please, and it's not going to fucking just slip all the way to the red line, right? So yeah, I figured I'll take you guys for a little ride along in it. I got my GoPro janky helmet mount here. I'm going to strap that on and ride around on the streets with the helmet on like I have done before. And yeah, so hope you guys like the video. It should be fun. I'll just do like a commentary POV ride along in this thing. Alright guys, so we're going for a roll here. So yeah, I installed the boost gauge. I like this mounting point because it's like where the stock heat would have came out. I don't know. It looks kind of perfect in my opinion, but so yeah, right now I'm running 15 pounds of boost on the stock 13C turbo. And it actually goes really good. I've noticed in the top end, it's not, it kind of cuts off after 5 and then doesn't really make much more power after there. But that's just because of the stock camshaft, and the stock turbo doesn't flow super good when you're running higher boost levels. It's a lot of air to flow through that little tiny turbo. But with that being said, it spools so fucking quick. And it goes, it's got a lot of torque down low, which is pretty... It's not the norm for a 4-cylinder smaller turbo motor, right? Well, I guess in terms of 4 cylinders, it's really not small, but... So the clutch I put in it, if you guys saw the video, it's a little bit aggressive for this application, but it holds any power that I'm going to throw at it, and the M46 transmission is going to blow up long before this clutch even tries to slip. So, whatever, what can you do? But I gotta be careful because this clutch is a 6-puck with a ClutchNet stage 4 pressure plate, so it grabs like a motherfucker, right? So if you do any hardcore clutch dumps or anything like that, your driveline parts aren't gonna last very long. So I gotta be careful with that when I drive this thing hard. I can't do any hard first to second, third to fourth, or sorry, second to third bang shifts. Like, I'm just gonna kind of, pin it in first, maybe not even first. First is pretty pointless in these cars. It's more of like a fucking tractor pulling gear. But I usually like to just start in second and give her shit and go for a little rip, right? But yeah, so I'm running open downpipe. It's pretty loud in the car actually because I gutted all the interior out. Well, not all of it, but a fair amount actually. Recently, if you can see up here, I just gutted all the sunroof out. So the sunroof, taking that out, I replaced it with a very thin aluminum piece of sheet metal. So I probably saved about 35 pounds with like everything up top with the headliner and the sunroof and all that. And 35 to 40 pounds is a pretty good weight savings as far as taking one big item out. So I'm pretty happy with that. Every pound counts, right, if you're doing weight reduction. Some people aren't gonna really like weight reduction because they like their nice comfy interior, but I figured I'm trying to make this car fast and perform as well as I can, and I don't really give a fuck about comfort. So yeah, the more weight I can take out the better. But I did just recently get my full license, so I'm gonna keep the rear seats in. They don't really weigh that much anyways, like I don't know, maybe 20 pounds if with all of it, so it's not too bad. The car drives really good now though. I'm really enjoying it. It's really smooth. I actually put wagon springs in the rear recently because the wagon springs are a little stiffer and thicker, and I accidentally cut these original springs a little bit too low for my liking, and it was fucking like basically like a hardtail in the back. So I swapped them out for the springs that were in my wagon, and it feels quite a bit better, to be honest. It's actually pretty decent to cruise over bumps. But okay guys, here, let's go for a little rip here. So it's in second gear right now. 15 pounds of boost. I'll hold it at about 2,500 RPM, and 1, 2, 3 pin. See, it goes pretty good. Like, I was up to 140 kilometers an hour fairly quick. And when I hit boost there, I got a little bit of tire spin too. A little bit of wheel spin. There's not really anywhere I can drift around here, but here, look, I'll show you guys like what first gear is like. It's pretty funny. I'm sure anybody with an M46 knows that it's really short, but like basically as soon as it hits boost, it's already at red line. So like say we go right here, say we hold it at 2,000 RPM roughly and pin it. It screams pretty good, you know, like there's a guy in an Audi S4 like fucking with me right here. Check him out. So as I'm shifting this thing, I don't want to be bang shifting it like I said. You know, to make this M46 last, I'm basically just gonna let the gears go into the, you know, the gear it wants to go in by itself. So I'll just apply slight pressure in that direction and let the synchros do their thing rather than forcing them in at high speed, because I believe that's what destroys the synchros on these trannies. And of course third gear is also a problem as well because it's pretty weak. So I'm not putting enough power down to blow up third gear yet, but all right, one more pull here. It's nice and loud in here. I really like it. I'm kind of a bit excessive in that sense. I really like my car to be disgustingly loud in the interior. I don't give a fuck if you're gonna have a conversation here or whatever. It's just gotta sound really dirty. So 140 on public roads. Well, there's nobody around, so it's all good, guys. Save it for the track. You should save it for the track realistically, but a little street drifting never hurt anybody as long as the time and place is right and there's no cars around. That's how you gotta learn, right? Because not everybody has a track right near them. So if you want to learn how to drift, how are you gonna do it? You gotta do it on the street essentially. So, you know, just be careful about it. Do it in the right spots with no cars around at the right times. And, you know, I've stayed pretty safe from the cops and any accidents. So, just make sure I follow those couple rules. All right, guys, so I'm rolling back into my house here. So yeah, I'm happy with how the car is now. But like every time, you know, you keep making power and you keep getting more hungry for it. So I have a lot of mods that I'm waiting to put on this car. I got a T3, T4 turbo with a ported 90 plus manifold. I got that as well as a bigger front mount intercooler. I have an IPD turbo cam. And the next step is going to be getting some bigger injectors. I also have a 3-inch MAF that I want to throw in with the bigger injectors. I'm thinking 440cc green Giants from a Volvo S60 will do. So, you know, I'm hoping to be able to run like 20 pounds of boost, that kind of thing, once all said and done. There's a wagon here. And that's when I'm going to have to start worrying about the third gear on this M46. But until then, it should be fine, you know, it'll hang in there. And in my opinion, taking weight out of the car is also going to help, right? Because that torque onset isn't going to be pounding the gear so hard once it hits that full torque. So yeah, stay tuned, guys, because I'm going to be, you know, continuing to modify this car and gonna go for some drift videos really soon. I've accumulated a lot of friends that own Volvos now, so I'm hoping to get a bunch of dudes out with their Volvos and film like a nice drifting session with like a bunch of guys, you know, maybe like 4 or 5 of us. That would be pretty fun, I think. So stay tuned. Like and subscribe for, I don't even know. What should we like and subscribe for, guys? Like and subscribe for Volvo foreskin. I'm sorry. Peace out, guys. Hope you liked the video.